White Carniola is a small traditional region in southeastern Slovenia on the border with Croatia. It is the southernmost part of the historical Lower Carniola region. Geography. The area is confined by the Gorjanci and Kosevski Rog mountain ranges in the north and west and the Kolpa River in the south and east, which also forms part of the border between Slovenia and Croatia. As the area could only be reached from northern Lower Carniola by mountain passes, the inhabitants cultivate a certain distinctness. The region corresponds to the present-day municipalities of Metlika, Krnomilj and Semic. The terrain is characterized by low-cast hills and extended birch forests. The main river is the Kolpa with its Latanya, Doblasika and Krupa tributaries. White Carniola is known for GRIC and Kanazarika pottery from clay with a distinct calcite content, as well as for high-quality wines, such as Metliska Kronina, Bela Kranjec, and Modra Frankania. Tradition. A distinguishing part of Bela Krajina is its folk heritage. It still has many folklore events, which show traditional local costumes, music, played on a regionally known instrument called tamburika, and a circle dance called Bela Kranjsko Kolo. A distinctive feature is also the pisanica, a colored Easter egg decorated in a characteristic manner using beeswax that is found nowhere else in Slovenia. Bela Kranjska Pogača, a specific type of bread, has recently been granted with the European Union's traditional speciality guaranteed designation. Name. The name Bela Krajina literally means White March. The noun Krajina, march, refers to a border territory organized for military defense. The adjective Bela, white, may refer to the deciduous trees in the area in comparison to black trees in the neighboring Kočevje area. It may also be an old designation for west, referring to the western location of the region in comparison to the Croatian military frontier. Non-linguistic explanations connect the designation Bela with the traditional white linen clothing of the population. The German designation Weißkrain is the result of a hypercorrection based on the adjective Bela Krajinski. History. Middle Ages. In the early 12th century, the area was part of the disputed border region between the Windic March and the March of Carniola, established by the Holy Roman Empire in the northwest, and the Hungarian crown lands in the Kingdom of Croatia in the southeast. From about 1127 the local counts of Visnja Gora, backed by the Sponheim Margraves and the Salzburg Archbishops, crossed the Gorjanci mountains and marched against the Hungarian and Croatian forces, which they pushed beyond the Kolpa River down to Bregarina. The Counts of Weichselberg, descendants of St. Hemmer of Gurk, established the imperial Weissmark in the acquired territories. They established the residence at Metlika, and therefore in contemporary sources the lands were also referred to as the County of Mottling. After the line became extinct in 1209, the possessions passed to the Carniolan Margraves from the Bavarian House of Andrejj, the Dukes of Marania, and were finally acquired for the House of Habsburg by Archduke Rudolf IV of Austria, who proclaimed himself Duke of Carniola in 1364. Early modern period. With the Ottoman conquest of Serbian territories, groups of Serbs fled to the north or west of the western migrational groups. Some settled in White Carniola and Zumberak. In September 1597, with the fall of Slatina, some 1,700 Uskoks with the wives and children settled in Carniola, bringing some 4,000 sheep with them. The following year, with the conquest of Cernik, some 500 Uskok families settled in Carniola. At the end of the 17th century, with the stagnation of Ottoman power due to European pressure during internal crisis, and Austrian advance far into Macedonia, Serbs armed themselves and joined the fight against the Ottomans. The Austrian retreat prompted another massive exodus of Serbs from the Ottoman territories in California. 1690. Buildings. Castles. Several castles were built in the border region, especially during the Ottoman Wars from the 15th century onwards, as in Croatia, Gradic and Vinica. The remains of the large fortress in Pobrežje were destroyed in World War II. Culture. Based on surnames found in White Carniola, it may be concluded that their ancestors were Serbs and Croats. In old folk poetry of White Carniola, Serbian hero Prince Marko is often mentioned, sung in Klinštokavian. A small Serb community exists in White Carniola. Notable people that were born or lived in White Carniola include Đuro lawyer and politician, mayor of Ljubljana from 1935 to 1942. Draga Hasic, actress, film director, translator, and journalist. Andrejj, politician and economist. Joe, American football player. Oton Gliha, Croatian painter. Miran Jarc, writer, poet, playwright, and essayist. Lojze Kraka, poet, translator, editor, literary historian, and essayist. John Verton, Catholic priest, Bishop of Marquette in the U.S. state of Michigan from 1879 to 1899. Oton Zupancic, poet, playwright, and translator.